Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4 and the Big B82, and this is part 60 of my Discovery Era Science Officer playthrough. We're about to undertake our next mission, our final mission in the Borg Advance story arc, where we're going to attack the Borg, who have gained a foothold in undine space, and hopefully prevent them from, well, starting a war. Apologise for the brief interlude that we had to suffer. I think it was a YouTube error rather than a PlayStation error saying I couldn't stream. My stream, normally get that when it says that its stream strength isn't high enough, but it definitely is. So I've not got a Scooby where that's come from. So, but hopefully we are going to be sorted now. We shouldn't have any messages saying we are going to be cut off. So let's read the mission. Fluid dynamics. The data you recovered from the Borg cube indicates that the Borg have established a foothold in undine space. The undine seem to make very little distinction between alien races, so it's quite possible that the Borg presence in their home is causing their aggressive behaviour. We cannot afford a fallout war with the undine. Their biotechnology surpasses even our most advanced technology. Therefore, we have assembled an expedition to remove the Borg presence from fluidic space. We found a system where the fabric of the two dimensions are breaking down. This is our best shot at creating a stable quantum singularity. The expedition will include USS Voyager, commanded by Admiral Tuvok. He has analysed the data you received from the Borg cube and is confident he can create an artificial singularity. Your orders are to cross into fluidic space with Voyager, locate the Borg and remove them if possible. Avoid contact with the undine. They will have the advantage, and you'll end up in a fight you cannot win. So accept, and then we are already here in the CUDA system. So I'm going to begin fluid dynamics. I'll do that. I'm going to crack out my captain's log. So captain's log, Stardate 86552.85. The Borg have made an incursion into undine space. We will be part of a task force to help destroy the collective's foothold. End of log. Nothing worse than allowing the collective to get start assimilating the undine. Don't want that to start happening. We're already faced off against an assimilated undine. Don't want to do that again. So I wonder who will be joining us in this expedition. Clearly the Klingons will be invited.
Welcome to the CUDA system. I am Admiral Tuvok of the USS Voyager. I will provide tactical assistance on this mission.
It's a privilege, Admiral. I studied your exploits at Voyager at Starfleet Academy. I don't think I did. I'm an Academy member of 2255. So, that's a lie. But he doesn't know that.
Thank you. Your meteoric rise through the ranks is well known to me as well. Sensors indicate the division between normal and fluidic space is thinner here, making crossing much easier. The Undine have used this location in the past. We will use it now. The majority of the fleet will remain here to protect this area. Our team will enter fluidic space, locate, and then survey the Borg presence there. If possible, we will destroy it. When you are ready, Voyager will open the singularity.
Open singularity, Admiral Tuvok. So we are being joined by the USS Behanda, the USS Stardancer. No, the USS Behanda standing behind? No, it's coming with the RRW Aral and the IKS Kianzamot. I think I've said this before, the Stardancer is a ship we cannot use it, we cannot get anymore.
We have made a successful transition into fluidic space. Unlike our own, this dimension is filled with an organic fluid. The main indigenous life form is species 8472. Sensors are detecting a Borg signature nearby. Your vessel will take the lead in the investigation. We will follow.
Acknowledged. We'll take a point and find the source of the signal. Sir, we are being affected by a wave-like current in fluidic space which is causing our ship to move involuntarily. I wish we had more time to study this phenomena. Acknowledged. Essentially what he's going to mean is they're going to be hanging back and doing bugger all. It's some kind of Borg device, so I recommend we approach and get a closer scan. Yeah, we're not going to be travelling very fast, but we are, because we'll get this done as quick as possible. It's going to indicate this is an interplexing beacon, sir. The Borg must not be able to transmit their subspace frequency as easily through the organic fluid that comprises fluidic space. These relays are boosting the signal to allow communication with the collective in normal space. This means we should be able to follow these beacons to the Borg foothold here. Set course for the next beacon. Seems to be an issue with the stream. Data required, sir. This appeared to be a total of 5 interplexing beacons in sequence. The next one is just ahead. Set course for the next beacon. Definitely no, there's nothing wrong with my connection. I've just tested it, so it's not my connection. So there's either something wrong with PSN or there's something wrong with YouTube. Admiral, this beacon appears to be picking up a subspace transmission from within fluidic space with a Starfleet signature. Recommend we investigate, sir. It could be ships in distress. Agreed. Set an intercept course for a source of the signal.
We've been examining the data on the interplexing beacons, and we believe we may have discovered a vulnerability in the Borg subspace carrier wave technology. If it's acceptable to you, I would like the Venture to remain here and run some tests while you investigate the signal. We may not get another opportunity.
That's acceptable. We will investigate the signal while the Venture remains here. Okay. Nosy around and see what this signal is. I think I'm actually I'm using a Venture hull.
This landmass is unique in fluidic space. It is not a planet by Starfleet definitions.
Excuse me a second. I know I want to hear what you're about to say, but I've got to stop my ship dead.
This landmass is unique in fluidic space. It is not a planet by Starfleet definitions. If I had to categorize it, I would say it is similar to the coral reefs found in Earth's oceans. The ground itself is a framework for living creatures. Fascinating. We are detecting a number of ships in the area. Starfleet, Klingon Defense Force, Romulan Republic, even Ferengi and Cardassian. Most species from the Alpha and Beta quadrants appear to be represented.
Intriguing. Indeed.
Scanning in progress.
Curious. These ships are identical configurations to ships found in the Alpha and Beta quadrants, but they cannot have been constructed there. Undetected alloys that are not used in standard ship construction. Run a meteorologic analysis. Aye, sir. Running the analysis. The alloys correspond to technology found on Iconia and the recovered Iconian technology. But why would the Iconians make fake ships? I intend to find out. Sir, detecting some kind of gateway opening and a huge fleet coming through on screen. Those are all, there must be Iconian thralls. Sir, we're picking up an incoming distress call from the USS Venture. On screen.
Captain Simmons to Voyager. The Borg are here. We're taking heavy fire and need immediate assistance.
Set course for the Venture, maximum speed. Dr. Cooper was in an escape pod, Captain. He wants to speak to you from the transporter room. Patch him through.
I never should have come on this mission. I'm a scientist, not an explorer. Take me out of this awful place right now.
Calm down for a second and talk to me. What happened?
The Borg attacked and we had to abandon ship. We were floating here, waiting, and then Undine. They came out of nowhere, tore through us like tissue paper. We shouldn't have invaded their space. They're so strong. We're weak. Please take me out of here.
What about Captain Simmons? She's not in the escape pods.
I don't know. It all happened so fast. She insisted on being the last one to leave the ship. I don't even know if she made it out alive. Now, can we leave?
I'm sorry, Dr. Cooper. We have a mission to complete. Welcome aboard again, Dr. Cooper.
Scanning in progress.
Beacon scanned, sir. Coordinates for the final beacon have been downloaded. This beacon is handling a significant amount of traffic, sir. The last beacon should give us the information we need. Just wait for the numpties to turn up. Interesting where the phaser strips are. You got the main phasers. You got ventral. Yeah, ventral. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. We can see it from here. I mean, look at the size of that place. So this is the final beacon according to the Borg fleet. They're very close. Shields up, proceed with caution. And now they're all going to kick into high warp, high speed, because reasons. I can handle the Borg anyway.
The Borg presence is much larger than we anticipated. Nevertheless, our orders are to remove as much of it as possible. Voyager will follow your lead.
Acknowledged, we're going in.
Is that a Borg human matrix? It's enormous!
I admit that it is an impressive structure.
Fleet. Oh, got some undine coming towards us. That's what we need. Anyway, let's kill the Borg Command Diamond.
Singularity now. I recommend an immediate withdrawal.
I agree. Let's get the hell out of here. Faced off with one of those, faced off against two of those before. They're tough cookies, man. Well, let's give them a go out of there before that happened.
We need to report to Starfleet Command immediately. We thought that the Undine were responding to a Borg incursion into their space, but it now appears that the Iconians, or some entity posing as them, has created false Alpha and Beta Quadrant ships and sent them into fluidic space. Clearly, the Undine attacked us because they thought we attacked them first.
Starting with the bad news. Starting with the bad news, I see.
There is some good news. The spread of the Borg nanovirus has halted, and thanks to the Doctor's research, we should be able to prevent future planets from being assimilated in this manner. The Borg will adapt in time, but we have also stopped them from transmitting the technique for Undine assimilation to the collective. It is possible they could learn how to do so again. We will need to remain vigilant.
What about the Borg in fluidic space?
The Borg in fluidic space were forced to retreat, and logic suggests it will be quite some time before they trouble the Undine again. The end of the Borg attacks in their home might stop the Undine advance into our space. But if the Iconians continue to trick Species 8472 with false incursions, they could decide to invade ours in retaliation.
What happens now?
Voyager will take Dr. Cooper and the other survivors back to Earth. I suggest that we all confer with our fleet commanders to determine the next course of action. We have not seen the last of the Undine.
Understood. Until next time, Admiral.
Scanning in progress.
Of course, I'm going to take advantage to get some hydrogen gas. Right, and now let's leave the system. Okay, so that is should be the last. We're going to do one more story that's side quest, and then we'll be doing Romulus after that. So let's speak with Captain Nicholas Martin. We may not have been able to remove the Borg presence in fluidic space, but it looks like the Undine will. Hopefully, this will end their aggressiveness. However, I find your reports with false flag ships in fluidic space troubling. If the Iconians are trying to trick the Undine into believing that we're invading their space, it could explain everything that's happened. Unfortunately, it only means that the Undine may be prompted to an invasion of their own, and if that happens, our entire dimension will be at risk. So, let's get some stuff that we're going to be breaking down anyway. And that, who prevented the Borg plot to assimilate? Yeah, that's all good and all. Right. And on that bombshell, that is the end of part 40. When we return in part 41, we'll be starting the Cold War side quest arc, where we're going to go and help out, not them, we're going to help out the ferry in the Alpha Quadrant, who have been having some problems from some unwanted guests in the form of the Breen. And it will be our first and only interaction with the Breen. So, I hope you will join me for that. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 41. Start the Cold War. Thank you very much. Ciao for now.